Hello everybody and welcome to a sun-drenched end of March day for Marvin Gardens, March 2021. And lots of times in March you don't get days like this, but we've had a few of them this March, and I actually got out and got some gardening done. I've got the dachshunds out with me in the garden here, and we're just having a grand old time. But let's see what's going on around here. If I can get this camera turned around. And let's head over to bed number 1, which is a good place to start. And first of all, what a difference a month makes. You'll notice there ain't no snow on the ground. There hasn't been for quite some time. And also I managed to pull up all the dead plants and all the structures and everything else. So the bed is ready to receive the compost, which is, as you may recall, under the solar panels here. And you might be able to notice from the wheelbarrow and stuff that I've already started dipping into it and started spreading it out on the beds. And I'll show you where in a minute. I don't know if you can see, but the grass is starting to shoot up already. And of course April is when we start mowing again. We've had a fair amount of moisture, so hence the puddles out there, but I'm hopeful that that'll come around. And the old grow house looks just the same as it did last time. But I have the new one, and I'll show you that. It's in the greenhouse. And so I'm just going to tear this one down and put up another one the exact same size, probably by the same people actually, and put that in its place. And they're cheap enough that if I only get a few years out of it, it's still worth it as long as it does what it's supposed to. Now here is bed number 2. And here's a surprise. I believe that this down here is a row of anise hyssop. And I'm afraid I don't really know for sure that's how it's pronounced. But it apparently has wintered over and is coming up. We also have a plant that I brought inside into the greenhouse that's also doing pretty well after struggling most of the winter. Here we come to the first bed that I've managed to get a layer of compost down onto. And that's bed number 3. And off the corner there's Cassie. She's sniffing around and kind of liking what it smells like around here. And she is enjoying being out in the garden, as am I. And hopefully you are too. But here is bed number 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's also got a nice layer of compost on it, but that's as far as I got. So by the time we get to bed number 5, and which is being checked out by Mr. Franklin, we haven't got any mulch down yet here. But in the coming days, with the exception of probably tomorrow because it's supposed to rain all day, we'll be getting them all top coated with mulch, and get the rest of leftover stalks and things like that gone. And even as I'm looking down here, this was a row of leeks, and there might be some leeks that wintered over and are coming up, so we'll see. I've got more leeks inside. Hopefully I'll get a good crop. Last year I got nada. Anyway, that's the asparagus patch out there, and you may notice from the raised rows there that I have also been able to get a layer of mulch down there across the rows, which is all I do with that bed. And I got that layer down before the asparagus started coming up, which I expect them to do any day now. Mr. Coco is all uncovered, and I'm sure he's happy to be uncovered. And you can see the garlic chives are already coming up, and so is this volunteer parsley. I'm not even sure the variety, and the German winter thyme also wintered over. Got some what I believe are pond irises in the back there, and then chives, and I don't remember what variety this is, but they're coming in. Got the greenhouse door open because there's no reason to try and keep heat in here because it's doing fine. And then you recall from last time, we've still got our ornamental grasses growing in here. The winter thyme also did very well in here, and the rosemary did well, and this is sage too. So everything that we tried to winter over in here has done exceedingly well, with the exception of the marigolds, which we really weren't trying to winter over. We just were extending the bloom, but they're of course done for. But this is the other anise hyssop. Somebody can tell me how that's pronounced. I'd actually be grateful. And then a couple of pond plants. This horsetail, mini horsetail, cattail, horse. I don't know what it is. Anyway, they're all doing well. So, but while I'm making my way over to the pond area, let's take a look inside and see what's going on in there, because we do have some stuff going on. So take a look. We'll be right back. Alright, so inside, look at this. We got stuff. In the front there is scallions. Next in line is leeks. And then 2 trays full of brassicas, broccoli, cabbage, Brussels sprouts, and 3 varieties, yes, 3 varieties of cauliflower. Now there's nothing to look at down at the lower level, but that down there is peppers, 4 varieties, and eggplants, and lettuce. So under our brand new grow lights, stuff is happening here, and it's looking pretty darn good. All right, and that's what's happening inside. Pretty exciting. And these are our little half-barrel outdoor water features. Obviously not set up yet, but we can pretty much do that anytime, at least with the cold weather hardy plants that go in there. It's, whoops, I just mean to let her out. It is March, but it's been warm enough that we're getting April stuff happening, as in daffodils, as you can see there. The only other thing of significance to show you here is the pond, which is still looking pretty winter bleak, but there is a significant sign of life in that there's greenery coming up all over the place, and the water, although you can't see it with the light at this angle, is not too bad as far as clarity goes for early spring, because it can get pretty murky. But everything's looking okay. Kind of cleared some dead stuff out, and it'll all be coming back in pretty soon here. And but that's about it. See, let me think, was there anything else to show you? I don't think so. Jolie didn't want to come out to the garden, so She's hanging out on the deck and pouting. The French ballerina is out touring the enchanted forest out back, which is looking nice, and it's starting to bud and such as well. So let's see, I think that does it. And I'm just gonna say this is Marvin Gardens, and Marvin is still learning how to aim the camera. But Marvin Gardens, March 2021, a glorious day, and we are now underway. Although we haven't planted anything in the ground out here, we've got stuff going inside. We're getting the beds ready, and next month we will be planting in the ground out here. So we will see you all next month, April 2021. This is Marvin Gardens, March 2021. See you next time, everybody. Bye. Say goodbye to everybody, Frankie. Good smells in the compost, huh?